Visiting the German Christmas markets has been a bucket list experience for quite a while. Snow falling from the sky, market stalls selling local handcraft goods, the smell of grilled sausages and gingerbread in the air, and steaming cups of gluhwein to warm up the body and soul.
One more for the collection. Cheers.
Holiday spirit oozing out of every pore.
See a resemblance?
Because it's so good, I had to get it again.
So we grabbed our warmest winter clothes, packed our bags, and drove to Miami to board our flight. Except it wasn't that easy. At 3:30 a.m., we received a text and email notifying us that our flight to Europe was canceled and we would be rebooked. As we drove to the airport, we received a follow-up notification with a new flight itinerary on Virgin Atlantic to London, and then a connecting flight on Lufthansa to Frankfurt that got us in within a half hour of our original flights. We thought we were all set.
And when we get here, we go to the Air France desk, like it says to do, to check in. They direct us to Virgin Atlantic, so we stand in line at Virgin Atlantic for an hour, almost, only to get to the counter, and they say they cannot process us because the Lufthansa portion is not showing up in their record, and we have to go back to Air France. So after another hour at Air France, we finally get a resolution. We get in later. We lost our train ticket, so we have to buy a new train ticket.
But at the end of the day, it sucks. But we're going to Christmas markets still. We're going to have fun.
Ourselves in the lounge. It's very quiet.
We're in Paris, so I have to have a croissant.
Ooh la la.
Got my pretzel, I got my beer, and for health, I got a banana. After our quick layover in Paris, we boarded our second flight to Frankfurt. Got our bags.
Goodness.
We've got our bags.
We got our bags. We got our train tickets.
And we're gonna go catch our train, which is outside. So we're all bundled up nice and warm. We got our jackets on. First time I've ever worn a big jacket. This in a long, long time.
I was gonna say a long time.
Long time. So,
and we're starving.
Cold?
It is a little chilly. My gloves on.
For the next 8 days, we were visiting 5 different Christmas markets in 2 countries. First, we traveled to Cologne, and then on to the French towns of Strasbourg and Colmar, before heading back to Germany and visiting the markets in Nuremberg and Munich, from where we fly home. It's a lot of ground to cover, and hopefully we won't be Christmased out by the end of it. Okay, we made it to Cologne.
Almost there.
Long day. We're going to quickly check into the hotel and then get to the market. We have about an hour and 10 minutes before the market closes, and we're going to try and get some food. So, but we're here. We got it. We made it. So there are at least 7 Christmas markets here in Cologne. Each is different by size and theme. Tonight we're going to visit the 2 nearest to our hotel, the Advent Market and the Weihnacht Market in front of the Cathedral. So we got our first gluhwein in these cute little glasses. Not bad. It's good. Yeah. Now we need to get some food. This is alcohol, and then we need food.
super cheesy.
Taste the garlic.
Little hint. So good. And you can taste how the cheese is a little like,
Burnt.
yeah, it's good.
Now this is the grilled cheese. Cheese is all melty on top. A little bit of garlic. Crusty French bread is delicious.
And we got our first bratwurst on the trip, so. Fresh Reibekuchen, which is basically a fresh potato pancake fried, and some applesauce. Fried, oily, yummy. It's also perfect on a cold night because it's really hot inside, warms you up, plus the gluhwein.
It's really good. I'm not cold at all.
No, I'm not cold at all. In fact, I'm kind of getting a little bit warmer with all the wine and cheese, sausage, and potato.
Every place we've gotten some food, we've kind of walked off to find somewhere a little quieter to eat it because it is really, really crowded tonight. Amaretto?
Yeah.
Amaretto?
Yeah.
Amaretto, yeah.
Dankeschön. Yeah. So we got our Ferrengole bolle. Ferrengole bolle? I'm not even sure how you pronounce it.
Feuerzangenbowle.
But it's a lighted alcoholic drink. It's a sugar cube that's on fire. And we have to wait, otherwise we'll burn our nose and mouth. But it looks good. Double shots.
Yes. That's really good. That is really good. You can get it with a shot, well, we got an extra shot, but you can get amaretto or rum. I got the amaretto.
So it is our first full day here in Germany. Got in kind of not too late, but we dropped our bags, went to a couple markets that are just 2 minutes away from the hotel, grabbed food because we were starving. It was a great little first couple hour introduction last night. We had some great food, we had some great drink. So now we're ready for our big first full day to go explore.
First thing we have to do is go to the train station because there's a strike tomorrow and we're supposed to go to Strasbourg, our next city, by train. So we got to see if our route is affected and hopefully it's not. Then hit, I think, 5 markets today because it was really fun last night, crowded, but such a great ambiance and looking forward to having more good food, some more wine, and some German beer.
All right, so we went to the train station first thing to check out trains for tomorrow because there's a strike. Really nice woman gave us 3 options. So we're going to go with the earliest one and hopefully there are seats. If not, we'll get on the next one.
Cologne is the 4th largest city in Germany and was founded over 2,000 years ago. Blending Roman and Gothic architecture, Cologne is a cultural hub of Europe and is home to one of the great Gothic cathedrals in the world, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Heavily damaged in World War II, has been carefully restored to its former Gothic splendor. Markets open at 11. As we were here, we dipped back into the Weihnacht market to get something warm.
So it's not super cold out here, but it's picked up some glow. They're not going to use the camera. I keep my hands warm as opposed to having to take gloves on and off. They'll just be cold. So this works perfect. What do you got?
Got some gluhwein. We're starting early. Cheers.
And they have all the Roman roads that you can walk on.
A 15-minute walk along the Rhine River is the harbor market. Like most of the city, this area was heavily damaged in World War II and has been carefully restored.
Harbor market isn't too big, but it's really, really cute.
Sir, mango, cheese, sour cream, garlic, tomatoes, and fried dough. So yummy.
Back in the city center in Rudolfplatz is the St. Nicholas Market. Featuring half-timbered village and a Santa Claus, is one of the most festive and enchanting markets in the city.
It almost feels like we're in a village. They've got little chalets everywhere. A lot cuter than the harbor market. Small, but it's very, very pretty, very festive.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
We next checked out the Stadtgarten Market located in the city's summer beer garden. Featuring less tourists and more handcrafts, we had high
The
hopes.
setting is really nice here, but it's probably the least exciting market we've been to so far.
It was getting dark and we headed for the Angels Market located in Newmarket Square. One of the original city markets, it is also one of the most pretty, all lit up.
So we're having the potato pancakes again. These are really delicious. There were 3 of them. Only €5, which is cheaper than last night, and we actually think they tasted better. So here you go.
So here we have a handbrat, which is a stuffed bread with cheese and I think ham. It's warm, which is nice, but it's cold out.
Our last Christmas market in Cologne is Heinzel's Winter Market. It tells the tale of legendary Heinzelmännchen, mythical creatures or gnomes who did the work of Cologne citizens while they slept at night. By far, this was Cologne's most festive market, with ice skating and curling as well. By getting on the earliest of the few trains running during the strike, it meant that we had a couple of extra hours in Mannheim before our SNCF train to Strasbourg.
So we just got here into Mannheim, and we actually have a couple hours before our connecting train on the TGV. But we got out of Cologne, which was the most important thing. And luckily we had seat reservations because the train was packed as everyone was trying to get out to go wherever they're going on the few trains that are running during a strike. So luckily it worked out. We're here in Mannheim. We're going to go to the Christmas market here and go get some food.
got my gluhwein.
The market food choice was a little underwhelming, so we found a typical German restaurant.
Schnitzel. Yum.
Jäger Schnitzel, which is schnitzel in a mushroom sauce, and then some fries. Very good. Soon it was time for a connecting train to Strasbourg. Strasbourg is located in the Alsace region of France. Alsace was also once part of Germany, and as such is a fusion of French and German influences.
So just arrived in Strasbourg, and it is really pretty here. It's very charming, lots of street lights, everything lit up. You got window decorations everywhere.
So we're in Strasbourg here, and we got our first wine. Although here in France, we're in France, and it's called Minchon. Typically, they don't use any mugs, as in Germany, but score.
Known as the capital of Christmas, Strasbourg has the largest decorated tree in Europe. Strasbourg's Christkindlmarkt in Place de Broglie claims to be the world's first Christmas market dating back to the 1570s.
Mushrooms and cream sauce. So simple, but I think it's probably one of the best things we've eaten so far.
So this market feels a lot more Christmassy than the Place Flavor Market, and it's got more food, it's got some more Christmas stalls, it's really a lot of fun.
Like all major cities in Europe, Strasbourg grew up around a cathedral, the Cathedral of Notre Dame, and in its square is another market.
So good. The best market we've been to so far in Strasbourg, under the cathedral, right at the bottom. It's so festive.
Real French croissant. So buttery. After our quick breakfast, we went to explore the cathedral, including its Renaissance astronomical clock. Petite France neighborhood is the historic center of Strasbourg. Its name is a bit ironic as it's full of quaint, half-timbered houses that reminded us of Germany.
We've been walking around the Petite France neighborhood, and it is so charming, so cute. It is a fairy tale come to life.
We're just a few blocks away from the city center, yet it feels miles away. It's a small little village compared to the hustle and bustle of the city, with trams, buses, and all that. Lots of people. There's still quite a few people here, tourists, but it still feels like a French village.
Feel a little bit like Venice.
Yeah. All these bridges used to be covered, and at some point during the mid-1800s, all the roofs came down off them, except for one, like that one. That's what it used to look like.
While we could have spent the rest of the day wandering around Strasbourg, Ruth wanted to visit another fairy tale town just 30 minutes away, Colmar.
As expected, really crowded on a Saturday.
Besides looking like we stepped into a medieval village, Colmar was also known for its gourmet Christmas markets, and we were hungry to try some yummy delights.
Tart flambe.
How's the tart flambe?
Delicious. It's almost like a super thin crust little pizza, flatbread, ham, onion, cheese, French style.
We're making quick work of it. We've got our Vin Rouge, and I have my Noel beer de Noel. We're in Place Douane in Colmar, and it just started raining, so we had to break the GoPro out. And we're gonna keep wandering around because it's still in the rain.
Feels like the Beauty and the Beast village and the crowds too. You want to ride the carousel?
We're on the carousel bar with our Vin show. And we're slowly spinning around.
Back in Strasbourg, it was time for dinner, and there was one place we had to go back to.
Because it's so good, I had to get it again.
Ruthie's happy. Oh yeah. Foie gras. Got my crepe, or it's a crepe with ham and cheese. It's not a galette, but this one is something savory. Hot. Oh. Very hot. Good. What's inside?
There's like a light mousse inside, a little cookie at the bottom.
Travel by train, 8:42. Get into Nuremberg around 1:30. Just arrived in Nuremberg, and it's sunny. It's actually quite nice out. It's a little chilly, but sunny. No rain.
We're going to our first Christmas market here in Nuremberg. We're going to go find a Nuremberger.
It feels like we're in a little Bavarian village.
So just across from the train station of the city walls, and this little village market is tucked right in below it.
Hungry, and we got our Nuremberger, so here goes. I opted for both ketchup and mustard.
And I just went for mustard. Oh, worth waiting for.
Rebuilt entirely from World War II. They kept the same look, but modern buildings.
It's pretty cool.
One of the oldest and largest Christmas markets in Germany is Nuremberg's Christkindlmarkt.
By day, the Christkindlmarkt's a lot less crowded. Though it's not all lit up, it's easier to move around. Plus, come up here to this little cafe above it, get a great view.
Gluhwein with a view.
Looks like the crowds and the clouds are moving in. Time to head back down. So they can only be called Nurembergers if they're made in the city, as well as they have to be about the size of your pinky. So we've got our second gluhwein in this cute mug, and then we've got our first gingerbread of the trip. Good and spicy, sweet, the sugar on top. Oh, holidays.
Got the one with sugar on top. It's really good. A little bit crispy on the outside, really chewy on the inside. Has spice, but not too much spice. It's really delicious.
And it's even more magical at night.
Champion. You got it with the herb sauce. Good. It is very herby. Delicious. Mushrooms, I love them.
We've come to Nuremberg's largest Kuchensagenbowle cauldron. We're going to get a gluhwein lit on fire.
We thought they were going to light this one on fire like they did in Cologne, and they didn't. So it's a little bit of a disappointment.
And for some reason, Don Knotts is here.
Little picture of him, right in the top of the building.
Not sure why. Butter pretzel.
Butter pretzel, best ever.
Can't beat a sausage bratwurst sandwich for breakfast.
The next morning, we wanted to explore a little bit more of Nuremberg's medieval charms.
This has got to be probably one of the most interesting fountain statues that we've ever seen. Reminds me of the bridge in Lucerne.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. A lot less crowded. So, old covered bridge here in the middle of Nuremberg on the river is really quaint. So glad we got here early before lots of crowds.
One of the things that we've seen here are these little street signs that are really decorated, ornate. Reminds me a bit of Salzburg.
Above the city is Nuremberg's castle, one of Europe's most impressive medieval fortification, and it has great views over the city. original regional market. So the original regional market's a little small.
4 stalls. That's it.
That's kind of a little bit of a bummer. We were hoping for a little bit more regional stuff, regional stalls. Nuremberg also hosts a sister cities market in the Rathaus Square, featuring stalls from 20 of their sister cities around the world. Each stall sets up with local traditional goods. So, international market.
It's small, but cute stuff.
Interesting use of ductwork for Christmas decoration in your windows.
Needing a break, we headed to a little cafe next to the covered bridge. Is that a yawn?
Yeah, it was a yawn.
A little coffee with a view. And Ruth's got her hot tea. So it started raining, and we are back here in the main market. As you can see, it hasn't slowed anybody down. Everybody's still out and about. Rain's not going to stop people from enjoying their Christmas markets here in Germany.
Later that night, we checked out the children's market before grabbing a traditional Bavarian dinner at a brewery. Is that a kid? Oh, I thought it was a kid smoking a pipe. I'm like, wow, they start them young here.
Like German mac and cheese.
Little pieces of pork, shoulder here, all so tender. Very yummy. A potato dumpling right here.
Our final Christmas market destination is the Bavarian city of Munich, 1 hour south by train from Nuremberg. We've been to Munich several times and loved how they had rebuilt the city, keeping its medieval feel, and we're excited to check it out all decked out for the holidays.
We're in Munich, our last stop for the trip. It's rainy. We're walking to our hotel, and hopefully we can check in about 2 hours early.
The last of the snow from the big storm.
Okay, McDonald's or Vice first?
Vice versa, no question.
All right, let's go find one.
Starting early, Daniel would be proud.
Dankeschön. Proper way to eat Wienerchen Weiss first. Just take the skin off, and then you dip it in the hot, spicy mustard. Or the sweet, spicy mustard.
It is so delicious. The mustard is absolutely delicious.
Almost there.
Making my way through.
So it's raining, and we're in the Marienplatz market. And even though it's raining, there's still quite a few people here. And it's a lot of new stuff that we haven't seen before. So this is different ornaments, different decorative items. I'm gonna check out this stall here. What do you see, little lady?
See the knitting one?
Oh. So what flavor did you get?
So we got a little different gluhwein. This is the cherry gluhwein. It's good.
Sweeter?
No, actually, I thought it would be a lot sweeter, but I don't think it's much sweeter. But it's good. I like this is one of the nicer ones, I think.
All right, so we've made it over to the Victualian Market. We've got our gluhwein
It's almost done.
almost done, but we're just walking through. It's one of our little favorite places to come through when we come to Munich. It's just a market with a lot of food stalls. Not that we're hungry since we just ate lunch about an hour or so ago, and we got a dinner to go to in about 2 hours. But it's always nice to walk through this market and just check out the stalls. And there's some really nice flower markets as well, flower stalls, flower stores. We're just kind of check it out.
See anything?
I always see stuff. Always. All right, so we got this big ball. So apparently they have many different flavors, and it's cake inside. The one that we got was an amaretto marzipan with dark chocolate. It said break off a piece to eat it. Oh my God, but it's so hard. Piece. I gotta just go in. So she described it as cake on the inside, but it's definitely not cake to me. It's more like a cookie. It's hard and crunchy. It's good. It tastes like a cookie.
We've been to a couple of the markets so far, and it doesn't really alter the fabric of the city as much as it's just kind of woven in.
And it just adds to it.
Yeah, it's
Adds to the season.
Whereas in Strasbourg, the markets really took over the city, and all Christmas decorations took over the city. This feels like it's just kind of woven into the daily life of the city. Separating for about 30 minutes, and now it's raining again. We found the residence market, and it's, as you would expect, crowded. It is in the center of the residence palace, which is where the Hofburgs, the ruling family of Bavaria, used to live.
So I said I wanted to go to the Christmas markets and have snow. This is the closest I'm gonna get, is the leftovers.
Another singing moose. Who doesn't love singing mooses? Or moose? The Chuck E. Cheese mouse was also here. So the residence market feels more like a food market. There's a lot more food stalls here than actual, Christmas stuff to sell and housewares and all that stuff, decorative stuff. It's more food. But we're off to dinner at one of our favorite brew halls. Just diagonal from the Hofburg house is Augustine. Better than the Hard Rock Cafe?
Definitely.
And we got our schnitzel. So credit to Ruth for getting us the corner table with double windows on the corner overlooking the Hofbrau house and a whole view of the room. I've got apple strudel again for the second time this trip.
Take two.
Because the first, last trip we took to Germany and Austria, I did not get apple strudel and I was dying for it. It was our final day in Germany, and tomorrow we were heading home. After a week of visiting Christmas markets in Cologne, Strasbourg, Colmar,
You want to ride the carousel?
Nuremberg, and of course Munich, as well as getting our fill of sausages and gluhwein to warm us up, we needed a change of scenery, and what better way to recharge us is to go to the tropics. Therme Erding is the largest thermal spa in the world, offering water slide, thrills, and relaxation. We spent a half a day enjoying the pools and saunas. So we just returned back from Therme Erding, the spa, and it was super relaxing.
Yeah, it was a great way to wind down the trip and be nice and relaxed. Now we're gonna head out again and go for one last schnitzel and beer and gluhwein.
And some dessert of some sort, maybe a strudel again.
I don't know. We've had strudel
twice now, so
You've
maybe
had it, so maybe that dumpling dessert that you wanted to try.
If we can find it, and then just have our last night here in Munich before we catch our flight back home tomorrow. And
So sad, another trip ending.
but we've had a great time. All the markets have been fantastic, and I'm glad we came to all the cities that we came to.
They were all great in their own way. They were all just a little bit different. There were things that we liked, and all of them. Yeah, so it was a great variety of stops.
We've certainly hit
Yeah.
a lot of markets over this past 7 days. So anyway, off for more food and gluhwein and beer.
Cheers.
Another gluhwein. So, I'm not sure if it's punch or gluhwein.
Tastes a little bit different, but basically the same. It's good. It's a warm, nice drink when it's chilly out.
Great setting, though.
Had to get one more bratwurst before we left, even though we're going to be eating dinner in a couple hours. It's too good of a pass up. Oh.
We got our schmaltz noodle, whatever, however you say it.
Close enough. Let's eat.
We're simple. Fried dough and sugar, but it's delicious.
And it's so light, it doesn't really count as calories. So we're going to enjoy it and then go wander around some more.
Okay, take the big one.
The best one. There we go.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's a Fauenzingabole,
Singapore.
and it's lit on fire.
Fire. Fire, fire, fire.
You're gonna wait till the sugar's melted off with all the rum, otherwise you'll burn your mouth, your nose, and pretty much anything else.
The king of all gluhwein.
It tastes much rum.
It's really good. It's hot.
That was hot.
Yeah, did you taste it hot?
That's quite tasty. I feel like I'm a king. Which one did you get?
Oh, well, I got the mama bear version because we just drank a beer.
Prost.
Yes, it's touristy, but it's still fun to come here at the Hofbrau House.
10 days, 6 cities, 21 Christmas markets, and who knows how many sausages and mugs of gluhwein later, we are heading home. Visiting the Christmas markets has been a bucket list trip for the both of us, and it lived up to all of our high expectations. The joy, the spirit, the fairy tale settings, and of course the market foods and drinks.
Foie gras, Ruthie's happy.
And even though we've been surrounded by Christmas, we are not Christmased out, and couldn't be more excited to actually celebrate Christmas with our friends and family back home.